Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the waveform distortion in the transmission line from the subject transmission lines and RF system and transmission lines and waveguides. Okay, so already I posted some 6 videos for the subject as well as the corresponding MCQ videos are also posted. And if you want to learn the remaining videos, I will give link in the description box. You can refer, or in my channel, there is a separate playlist is created for the transmission lines and RF system lecture videos as well as the transmission lines and RF system MCQ video. Okay. So the first thing you see, so here we are going to discuss about the topic is waveform distortion. So already in your lower classes, you studied distortion. What does mean by distortion? Distortion is nothing but the change in the shape of the output waveform corresponding to the input waveform. It is said to be the distortion. Okay. So in power amplifier, in class A, class B power amplifier, we will get distorted output. Okay, crossover distortion we will get. So similarly, when we are passing the signal via transmission line, if you are measuring the signal in output side, that signal is somewhat deviated. Okay, that signal shape is somewhat deviated from the input signal. So that's why we are calling it as a waveform distortion. Okay, so you see, when the received signal is not exact shape of the transmittal signal means, then the signal is said to be distorted. Okay, so in which situation we are saying it as a distorted waveform means the received waveform. Okay, the received signal in the receiver side is not exact shape of the transmitted signal, then that signal is said to be distorted. Okay, why this distortion is happening means, so that is in transmission line. So we are transmitting several signal. Okay, for example, you take a voice signal. If the voice signal is transmitted over a transmission line, so usually the voice signal, it is a complex signal. What does it mean by complex signal? Complex means it consists of many frequency component. Okay. So within the voice signal, it is not a single frequency component. It consists of several many frequency component mixing in the voice signal. Okay. So that's why such a voice signal will not have all frequencies transmitted with equal attenuation and equal time delay to the receiver. Okay. So if you are passing this complex signal from the sender to receiver, in receiver, if you are measuring the output means that output, that is each frequency will get attenuated in a different amount. Similarly, each frequency signal will reach the receiver with a different delay. So due to the different time delay, due to the different attenuation of that particular frequency signal, the overall output is said to be distorted. Okay, so depending on these two, we are dividing the waveform distortion into two types. One is frequency distortion, another one is phase distortion. Okay, so the received waveform will not be identical with the input waveform at the sending end. So that variation, it is called as a distortion. Okay, so this is the, so distortion means, so variation in the shape of the output waveform when compared to the input waveform, it is said to be the distortion. Okay, then what are the types of waveform distortion we will see. So there are two different types of waveform distortion is there in transmission line. So one is frequency distortion and another one is a delay distortion. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. So first one, frequency distortion. So why this frequency distortion is occurring in a transmission line means, so already we discussed, that is if you are transmitting a complex signal from transmitter to receiver via transmission line. So already the signal, okay, that a voice signal, that a complex signal, it consists of many frequency component. Okay, so each frequency component will not get attenuated in an equal amount. That means each frequency component will attenuate in a different amount. Okay, for example, the 1 kilohertz signal, it will attenuate by the amount of some 2 dB. 2 kilohertz signal, it will attenuate in a different amount. 3 kilohertz signal, it will attenuate in a different amount. Okay, so if you are receiving that complex signal in receiver, so the attenuation is not equal. So that's why the waveform, in the output waveform, we will get a distorted output. Okay, so that type of distortion is called as a frequency distortion. So you see, a complex voltage transmitted on a transmission line will not be attenuated equally, and the received waveform will not be identical with the input waveform at the transmitting end. So this variation is known as frequency distortion. Okay, so why that is the different frequency signal attenuate in a different amount means, so already we derived the attenuation constant of a transmission line. Okay, so in the previous videos we derived the attenuation constant and the phase constant. If we want to learn how to derive this attenuation constant and phase constant means, so I will give link in the description box so you can refer it. Okay, so this attenuation constant and the phase constant, it's a secondary constant. So you see the attenuation constant alpha equal to, you see the formula, alpha equal to square root of Rg minus omega squared Lc plus Rg minus omega squared Lc the whole square plus omega squared Lg plus Cr the whole square divided by 2. So you see this formula. So in this formula, the attenuation constant alpha, this the name is attenuation constant, but this attenuation constant, it is not a constant with respect to frequency. So you see this attenuation constant alpha, it depends on the frequency omega. Okay, what is omega? The omega is radian frequency. If we are expanding omega, we will get 2 pi f. Okay, so with respect to the frequency of the input signal, this attenuation constant value, it will vary. Okay, so from this equation we can say that the alpha is a function of frequency. Alpha means attenuation constant. So with respect to frequency, the attenuation amount, it will differ. Okay, so that's why we are saying it as the if you are transmitting some complex signal, that is voice signal or video signal from transmitter to receiver. Okay, transmitter to receiver. If you are transmitting voice signal means, first the voice signal is a complex signal. Complex means it is a mixing of different frequency component. So each frequency component will get attenuate in a different amount. Okay, since the attenuation constant is depends on the frequency. So one signal, one frequency signal, it will attenuate in a different amount. The second signal, it will attenuate in a different amount. Okay, so all signals are not attenuate in an equal amount. That's why in a receiver side, if you are receiving the signal, that received signal is a distorted signal. Okay, so this distortion occurs due to the frequency. That's why this distortion is called as frequency distortion. Okay, so this is the first type of distortion. Next, the second type of distortion, it is a delay distortion or phase distortion. Okay, delay, the name itself answer is there, delay or phase distortion. Okay, so you see already, you know, the input signal, it is a voice signal. So that voice signal, it is a complex signal. You know, complex signal means the voice signal, it consists of multiple frequency component. Okay, so you see we derived the phase constant. Okay, so we derived the secondary the another secondary constant beta. What does it mean by beta? Beta is a phase constant. Okay, so the beta formula for our transmission line is square root of omega squared Lc minus Rg plus square root of Rg minus omega squared Lc the whole square plus omega square Lg plus Cr the whole square divided by 2. Okay, so already we derived this attenuation constant and a phase constant as a separate video. If you want to learn, I will give link in the description box. Okay, so you see, according to this formula, similar to the attenuation constant, this phase constant beta is also varying with respect to frequency of the input signal. Okay, so this beta, it's not a constant, since this beta is also depends on the given frequency. Okay, frequency of the given signal. So that's why for each frequency signal, it will produce different phase shift. Okay, so while we are transmitting the multiple frequency from transmitter to receiver, so each frequency signal, it will phase shifted by different amount. For example, 1 kilohertz signal, the phase value, the phase shifting is some 10 degree means the 2 kilohertz signal, it will phase shifted by 20 degree. So if you are receiving all signal in a receiver side means at the time, we will get a distorted output. Okay, so that's why this type of distortion is called as a phase distortion. Okay, So beta, it's not a constant. It will vary with respect to frequency. Okay. And you know the velocity of propagation. Okay. So you know the velocity of propagation v. What is the formula for velocity of propagation? The velocity of propagation v equal to omega by beta. Okay. So already you know this formula. So velocity is also depends on the frequency and phase constant. So already the phase constant is depending on the frequency, and the velocity is also depending on the frequency. So what it means, all frequency signal, it will not travel in an equal amount. So each frequency signal, it will travel to the receiver side in a with different time delay. Okay. So high frequency signals are traveling to the receiver. Okay, it reaches the receiver in a fastest manner when compared to the lower frequency signal. Okay, so that's why we will get a different delay by each signal. So due to that delay, we will get in receiver side. So you see, hence some waves will reach the receiving end very fast, while some waves will get delayed than the others. Okay, so hence the output wave at the receiving end will not be the exact shape of the input waveform at the sending end. Okay, so because of this different amount of delay produced by each frequency component, different amount of phase shift produced by the each frequency component, the receiving end signal is not exactly equal to the input signal. Okay, so we will get some deviation in the shape. That deviation, it is called as the phase distortion or delay distortion. Okay, so these are all the two type of distortion produced in a transmission line. Okay, so one is, what is the first distortion? It's a frequency distortion. Okay, so what does frequency distortion means? That is if you are transmitting one complex signal, means the complex signal consists of multiple frequency component. Each frequency component, while traveling to through transmission line, it will attenuate in a different amount. Okay, so all frequency component are not reached by the receiver side with equal attenuation. It will attenuate in a different amount. Okay, so because of that one, we will get a distorted output in the receiver. That distortion is called as frequency distortion. Okay, similarly, why the delay and phase distortion is produced means, similar to alpha, the phase constant produced, phase constant is also depending upon the frequency. Okay, so each signal, it will phase shifted by different amount. One frequency signal, it will phase shifted by 10 degree, means another signal, it will phase shifted by 20 degree, and so on. Okay, so because of that variation in the receiver side, we will get distorted output. Okay, so that's why this distortion is called as phase distortion. Okay, and if the phase constant is varying, means as well as the velocity of propagation is also varying. Okay, the velocity of propagation, it also varies with the frequency. So some waveform, it will reach the receiving end very fast. Some waveform will get delayed than others. Okay, so that's why the output waveform at the receiving end will not be the exact shape of the input wave at the sending end. So this type of distortion is called as phase distortion or delay distortion. Okay, then next one, we are going to see how to reduce this two type of distortion in transmission line. Okay, so the first one, so how to reduce frequency distortion. So in order to reduce frequency distortion, so we have to use the high quality wire line with the use of equalizers at the line terminal. So we have to introduce the equalizer, line equalizer within the transmission line in order to reduce the frequency distortion. So this is the method in order to reduce frequency distortion. So we have to introduce equalizers at the line terminals. Okay, then how to reduce delay distortion. Okay, so in order to reduce delay distortion, so this delay distortion, in which case this delay distortion is dominant, means, so in via transmission line, we are transmitting voice signal, music signal, and video signal also. Okay, so this delay distortion is relatively less importance to voice and music transmission. Okay, if the voice signal or music signal, it will reach somewhat delay, means it is acceptable amount. Okay, but this delay distortion, It is a very serious problem for video transmission. Okay, so that's why in order to avoid this delay distortion, we have to use coaxial cable. Okay, so we have to use coaxial cable. That's why the coaxial cables are used in a TV receiver in order to connect the TV receiver from antenna. Okay, so we are using from antenna to TV receiver, we are using the cable, which cable? Coaxial cable we are using in order to avoid the delay distortion. Okay, so this delay distortion is less importance in for voice signal and that is audio signal. Okay, but for video signal, the delay distortion it produces a major problem. So that's why in order to reduce the delay distortion, we have to use coaxial cable instead of the open wire line. Okay, so these are all the techniques in order to reduce the distortion. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos. In the next video, so we are going to design the distortion less line. Okay, that is the distortion less transmission line means the transmission line without the frequency distortion and the phase distortion we are going to design, and what are the parameters for the distortion less line we will discuss. Okay, so if you want to learn how to obtain this alpha value and beta value, alpha is a attenuation constant and this beta is a phase constant. So this alpha and beta in terms of this primary constant R, G, L, C. Already I posted one video in this playlist, or I will give link in the description box. You can refer it. Okay. So thank you. We will meet in the next video.